This episode of the Red Bull Rant is brought to you by the fine patrons that support us through patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. You can support us for the low price of $1 a month, and you can get exclusive content, including a monthly wrap-up for the New York Red Bulls. We want to send a special shout-out to our patrons who support us at $5 a month. That is our producer-level reward. Thank you to Jeremiah Dempster, William Martin, Clayton John, and Christopher Admack. Now, on to the show.
This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. If you aren't expecting adult language, why even bother listening?
It's a thumbhead.
Welcome, my friends, to the show never ends. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. I'm your host, Jason Iapicco.
I'm Pat McDonald.
I'm Truman, and it's episode 363, HomeGoods.
My now wife loves HomeGoods. I have to sometimes say, no, we can't go in there. It's kind of dangerous.
Everyone's significant other loves HomeGoods.
Yes, that's just a fact. Welcome to that fact. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. All right, so of course, yes, I'm back. Enjoyed my 2 weeks off for my honeymoon after my wedding. It was a great time. I know you guys didn't get into it too much. It's fine. All I will say is we got really lucky with weather, and the mask mandate and all that stuff. So just real quick, it was like, I don't know, at most like 75 the day of the wedding. It was like nice, like low 70s that evening. And the CDC and Governor Hogan lifted the mask mandate literally 12:01 a.m. on my wedding day.
There you go.
No masks were needed. And all of us are vaccinated. I'm pretty sure most of them, I guess, were. So the funny thing was, 2 weeks or a week later, when we were on our honeymoon, we looked at the weather for back here, and it was 90 and humid in the town that we got married in.
It's been a weatherly shitstorm. There was 90 degrees the entire Memorial Day weekend. It was completely ruined for everybody.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend was a shit show.
Man, and then I pointed it out Monday night at like 7 o'clock. It's where the clouds broke. You could see the sun. It warmed up. I'm like, fuck you, weather. Fuck you. You ruined everyone's weekend, and now it's Monday at night, and now it's nice out.
Exactly.
And then there was a huge storm that came through our area today. We had... I think we're still technically under flash flood warning. We had a tornado warning till like 7:30 p.m.
Ooh.
Yeah. But the funny thing about the wedding was, when we were originally booking it, we were looking at the week after what we originally did. And we were told we couldn't because someone already had that date. So because of that, we lucked out with the weather.
There you go.
Otherwise, that would have sucked, being in 90-degree weather in the middle of the day in our suits, getting pictures taken.
Yeah, I would not have been happy with you.
We definitely have good weather, so that was nice.
Yes,
we did have good weather.
We did. All right. Before we get into the rest of the show, damn it, where the hell's the? Oh, there it is. Okay, we do have an announcement. This is.
We have announcement music now.
This is the new Patreon music, and technically this announcement should have been made back on April 28th, but I honestly didn't even see it for a while. New patron at the producer level, Gwen Richesco. Thank you very much for supporting our show, especially at that level.
Now you can come on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can't see it, but you're getting a thumbs up from Truman.
Yeah, thumb heads, happy.
By the way, we need more patrons because there's another wedding in this Red Bull Rant crew coming up. So, all the support you can give us, be greatly.
Yeah, fund the wedding present for Pat, please.
Not a present, just fund the fucking wedding, please.
All right. So, the Red Bulls did have a game this past weekend. Thankfully, the weather didn't keep the Red Bulls from having a bad result. They came out with a 2-1 win over Orlando City. And, of course, it helped that Orlando was down 3 of their key guys. So
we'll take it.
Not my problem.
Nope. Tweets, we have none because apparently I forgot to put it call out for those after the game. So, my bad. So let's get into our likes and dislikes. Truman, you can go first. What did you dislike about this match?
That I had the perfect score until the 84th minute when Orlando scored to make it a 1-goal game. That was very disappointing. Very upset. I was that close. I was 6 minutes plus stoppage time away from the first 3-pointer of the year.
Yeah. Too bad. I guess my dislike would just simply be, I went to the game and it was obnoxiously cold for a May 30th game? Or 29th. Oh, actually, no, I think it was 29th. Yeah. So that was kind of annoying. I still rock shorts because I'm tough. But other than that, it was a very disappointing weather environment. But other than that, hey, game was fairly enjoyable. Oh, you know what? Second dislike, the hot dog I bought at the stadium was cold.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you even have cold hot dogs with a non-capacity crowd?
I don't know.
Actually, not even non-capacity, just non-lower bowl capacity crowd.
I don't know. Who the hell knows?
All right. My dislike, honestly, I can't remember much I disliked from this game. Let's just call it the fact that we gave up a goal. Or how about this? Royer, is Fabio hurt, by the way? Because was he even on the team sheet? I don't remember.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, he got in the game.
Okay, that's right. Then why was he on the bench to start the game over Royer?
I don't know. Because he hasn't
Mixed
scored any
things up.
goals.
I think we've said he has not found the perfect combination. Right? It's just lots and lots of mix and matching, which again you saw in this game. So
yeah, but you figure the guy who's going to be in theory gone in June, or maybe that's the reason. If they weren't planning on extending his loan spell, then you want your number one partnership, which presumably is Royer and Kamala, to start playing together. So I guess that's it.
Mm.
All right, likes. Pat, you can go first. What did you like about this one?
Christian Gutierrez. I did not know you had that type of a free kick in you. That was the thing. I was sitting there. I was like, man, it would be really cool if he kicked this in, and sure enough, he did. It really was a beautiful thing to see. I've said it time and time again that I believe we are a farm team, nothing more. And that Gerhard Struber is brought in to get some of these young guys to progress. And I think in many cases we are seeing that between both Caden Clark and, in this case, Christian Gutierrez. I think that's what this organization wants. They want these guys to eventually be sellable. And Struber's really done a good job at least coaching Caceres up this year. And because he has had a great season up to this point, even before that kick, and that kick was just icing on the cake, a real thing of beauty to see.
I agree. I want to go with that. That's what I was going to go with. But since you already said it, how about I'll just say Caden Clark being in the right place at the right time again. Tonino M is probably very happy because they started his boy and got the assist on that goal. Yeah. So great play. It's not too often you get to see the ball go across the entire goal like that with anyone kicking it away or the goalie stopping it or whatever. But listen, Caden Clark, nice knowing you at the end of the season.
I know, right?
He was gone already, but he's definitely proving his worth, is he not?
Yeah. Caden Clark was gone when he scored in his first game.
Yes.
He's out of here.
You guys kind of took my legs. I'm not sure. The fact that even though we gave up a goal, we did it until what was relatively garbage time in the game. How about
that? Yeah.
Go for it. Aaron Long. Nobody had any faith in Aaron Long less defense, and for the most part, you got to say they played a very good game.
Yeah, although this isn't. I realize what my dislike should have been. That goal was completely preventable.
Oh yeah,
by Cornell, and he's once again let one through. I understand that he is Gerhard's guy, right? Like he got coached before.
He's even Gerhard's guy, so he's just Red Bull's guy.
True, but point is, he had one bad loan spell with Philly. It didn't work out. I'd say at this point, he's not. There should be a legitimate competition for the starter position right now, in my opinion.
I'm sorry if you can't get off the bench in Austria, you're not a penned in starter at MLS.
Yeah, I mean, Mara should have his shot at this starting gig. Finally. I mean, his career, I was thinking about this for some reason the other day. His career is just one list of one big
stagnation.
I was
injury.
I was going to just say injuries that cause problems, right? Because he was doing well that first year until he got injured. Then Robles came in, and he was not going to get past Robles.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. He's going to make his first save, and his entire body's going to shatter. But I'm willing to take that risk.
I mean, he proved his worth with Red Bulls too. He won a USL championship.
Mm-hmm.
When Robles finally left, he had a chance to take over, and then hurt himself, plus pandemic. But then David Jensen comes in, does a shit job, and he still can't get the starting role, at least on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Struber comes in, they bring Cornell in, and he just still can't break the lineup. Like, I know there's no Open Cup this year, but I wish there was just for him to finally get some playing time.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, if we're not going to use him, either you sell him to another MLS team or just put him on USL and let him play. Because he has had a shit ton of patience with this team and deserves something. Bless you. He deserves something for that patience. I'm not saying he deserves a starting spot every week, but he deserves a shot at it, and I don't think he's going to get it the way it is now.
No, not with this regime, and forget about it.
Nah, not a chance.
All right. Any other afterthoughts?
Yeah, I love me the jersey because I got one. So I mean, you can't get them lettered because it's all made out of recycled material. But it finally took me, I think, 3 years to get one of those recycled plastic jerseys. So I'm pretty pumped. I wasn't going to get a jersey this year, and when it came out, boom, ordered it immediately and got one. I don't know if they sold out as quick as the others.
No, they didn't. 'Cause I remember a few days after they were still up there.
Yeah, that's what I figured too. But damn it, I didn't care. I took the chance. I got one. There you go.
I will immediately point out that we have played 7 games this season, and a forward has not scored a goal yet.
So that's Red Bull soccer. What do you want from them? It's how we play.
So
Sure.
the Prime Blue parlay jersey is still up on the site for free shipping now, at least.
Sweet.
I will say I like the idea of doing this parlay weekend to raise awareness for the amount of plastic in the ocean. What I don't understand is if they take the time to design these, why they can't come up with unique designs for everybody. Why do we have to have one set, like the home team have one color and the away team with a different color?
Well, I think it would be a massive fucking pain in the ass to do that. That's my guess.
Okay, at least like 2 designs for home teams then. I mean,
my biggest complaint is that since they did like a whole recycled theme week, why wasn't, to save the oceans, why wasn't like Pearl Jam like the MLS anthem for that week? I would have been down with that. Little Pearl Jam anthem.
Oh, damn. Woo.
Pearl Jam doesn't want to save the ocean, so I would be totally down with that.
Yeah, they want to just go hungry. Well,
That's right.
simple, the dog.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. It's Eddie Vedder. Let it slide.
All right, so is that it for the game?
Yes.
That's all I got.
All right, so prediction standings right now, we have a tie for first between Pat and Truman with 4 points each, and I am only 1 point behind in third at 3 as we head into the international break. And the Red Bulls will not play until June 18th, which will be against Nashville, so we're not previewing a game at the moment. By the way, we decided we're going to do a Patreon special recap next week. So if you're patrons, you will have a special episode. We were slacking last year. Finally going to give you guys something. Yeah, but we're finally going to give you guys something next week for that money you give us. In the past, I think we made it public after a while. I don't think I'm going to do that this time because these Patreons deserve for sticking with us through everything and not getting rewards. They deserve this. So
Yeah,
it makes sense.
they deserve more of us talking.
I mean,
Son,
hey,
this is what you deserve, buddy. Listen, guy,
they're
deserve
going to
this.
pay us for it. Then yeah.
Had this coming.
You deserve this gold.
All right. Red Bulls 2, last match, they lost 1-0 against the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Their next match, June 5th, at Hartford Athletic at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Gotham FC lost, unfortunately, at home, 1-0 to the Portland Thorns. The next match is also June 5th against OL Reign, but that one's at Red Bull Arena, 7 p.m. So if you can do it, I would head out there, support Gotham FC. I know that the team can use people out there, and especially, I mean, come on, it's a trip to Red Bull Arena. Might as well do it.
Their defense has been fucking stout. They are not giving up goals. This through the tournament and 3 games this year. They are not giving up a lot of goals. I mean, this is, I think, the first goal they've given up in 3 games. And in the tournament, how many did they give up? 2?
Let's see.
It wasn't a lot. I mean, you're going to definitely win a hell of a lot more games than you're going to lose when you're playing defense like that.
So let's see. In the group stage, they gave up 3.
Mm-hmm. In 3 games, right?
And they gave up 1 in the final. So they gave up 4 out of in 5 games. And in the regular season, they've given up 1 in 3.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so you just got to score a couple more. That's all. That's the only thing. You just got to get more than a goal a game.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to watch this one this weekend. So we'll see. All right. So now it is time for the dumping ground.
I'm the trash man.
First up, some Red Bull related news. Brian White, happy trails guy. You're off to Vancouver in return for $400,000 in general allocation money. Might as well be 400 because we don't know if they're ever going to use that money. So
I don't know. Talk about a guy who never was given a fair shake with his team.
Yeah.
You know, fucking had to see. I mean, Barlow's still on this team. Barlow, and not the Flemington Flash.
He was the Ryan Merritt of the forwards. Not really given the chance.
No, I mean, I thought he showed a shit ton of promise. Now, I fucking hope he goes to Vancouver and plays. I really do. I just super bummed that I really don't feel like he got a chance to prove himself game in and game out.
No, I mean, again, we bring in 2 forwards so far this offseason, Fabio and Kamala, and they have scored 0 goals. So it's just kind of like, well, I don't see. I mean, the rumor is they're going to use this scam to buy Fabio officially, but who the hell knows? I mean, we've seen this story before where we traded a player that we've all grown somewhat attached to, at least, and for allocation money that they never use. So, and I'm not holding my breath.
All right. Next, Pat, you can talk about this because this is kind of your lane.
I mean, he's wearing the shirt, so
yeah, wearing the jersey.
Go.
Yeah, well, I mean, we recorded this immediately after this game completed. But the United States advances to the Nation League Final, 1-0 over Honduras. Next game will be 7 p.m. on Sunday, 7 p.m. versus TBD. Either be Costa Rica or Mexico. So this game was certainly a nail biter. Went down to the very, very wire before Jordan Subicu finally put one home, giving them 1-0 win. What's there to say about this match? I mean, the U.S. certainly created a lot of opportunity, but their finishing was extremely poor. They got caught on the counter on a number of times and were bailed out by whether it be John Brooks or Zach Steffen, who, by the way, almost put his team in a hole himself with a bad decision at one point. What can I read? I mean, John Brooks had a phenomenal game. I mean, he certainly was. He looked like the veteran of the team. I think in many cases, guys like Reyna, Serginho Dest, they just tried to do too much, taking one too many touches on the ball when they should be passed, maybe a little too hesitant to make that pass to a runner. So, in the end, hey, sometimes you got to win ugly. We've seen the U.S. win ugly and then, show up the next game and score 3-4 goals. So, but, whether it's Costa Rica or Mexico, I don't exactly see that happening next game. But at the same time, the U.S. also has a habit of getting up for games that are big games. So we'll see what happens Sunday. If it's Mexico, I'm definitely not very hopeful that they will win. It'd be nice if they did, but I'm not expecting it. I mean, granted, this Nations League is a stupid tournament, but these games do count. So in the end, you got to win them. And if they had lost tonight, it would have been absolutely unacceptable. So, hey, a win is a win. Hopefully they don't. If they play Mexico, they at least don't get embarrassed. And if they play Costa Rica, hopefully they win. And I guess we'll see what happens Sunday.
I was waiting for Truman to chime in, but then I realized he didn't watch the game. So
no, I did not.
Yeah, my biggest thing is this game was closer than it should have been at any point. Not that we should have scored 7, but we should have easily had 3 or 4 goals, just based on the amount of European talent we have on this team right now. When you start bringing in guys that play for Chelsea, Juventus, teams of those calibers that literally you had a player on each of the Champions League final teams, and to only eke out 1 goal in your region, that's not good.
Yeah.
So,
it's not good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I think questions have to be asked about Josh Sargent at this point. I just think he doesn't have the goals. I mean, this is not to say I don't think he can get there because he is extremely young. I mean, that's one thing to remember about this team. I think their average age is something like 23 or something like that. They're extremely young side. Tyler Adams would make a world of difference, but he is unfortunately hurt, nursing an injury. Josh Sargent, I don't know if he needs to change the scenery or something because he certainly plays for a team that likes to bunker and not really play offense. So, you want a striker who's scoring regularly, and he doesn't exactly get his chances. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, whomever they play on Sunday, they play with more urgency, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Josh Sargent did have a hell of a save off the line for the U.S. It's not what you want him to do per se, but hey, he did at least have that moment.
And he almost had a header goal. If
he got a few on frame. I mean,
yeah,
but he's got to put them away. And hell, Reyna should have had an early goal early in the game. He didn't. But he's someone who one of the knocks on him. And again, he's young. I think he may have just turned 18. Is that he just takes one too many touches, tries to do too much himself. And I think that was a lot of things. We had a lot of players tonight who were playing as individuals instead of as part of a team.
Yeah, it's definitely a feeling I got.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing that's on here is about Josie Altidore. He is currently in exile with TFC and Chris Armas. Apparently, according to who you talk to, it's either verbal altercation or he punched him.
Yeah.
I'm tending to think he punched him since him and Collection got into a little bit of a thing in the tunnel a few years ago.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping it's a punch just because that's funny. Yeah.
So what you're saying is, well,
and he froze on us. Awesome.
I didn't freeze on you. You're a liar.
Yeah.
I don't freeze on shit.
Say your joke again, son.
I said I just like to welcome Josie Altidore to the Red Bulls.
Yeah, I know. That's like what I'm half expecting. I'll spend $400,000 in jam on a guy who's been hurt for the better part of 2 years.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I mean, the whole story is just funny. I mean, Josie Altidore, the epitome of unrealized potential. And it's just like to see him potentially go out this way. Now, I mean, for all we know, I mean, Jeff Carlisle standing by his story, it was just a verbal altercation, but I don't know, the idea that they got a physical altercation, especially since the other person is Chris Armas, who we love here, it just makes it all the more funny.
So I wonder what it says about Armas, because he's now had problems with multiple players when he's been the coach. I mean, Kamara Lawrence, even though he's at TFC now, when he was with the Red Bulls, he was not the best citizen, for lack of a better way of phrasing it, when he was with in his last season with the Red Bulls. And I'm pretty sure there's like one or two other players, I can't think of them off the top of my head, that Armas had problems with his last full season here. And so now you got to wonder, is this a trend with him or is it just coincidence?
That's certainly hard to say because, again, you know, it's like you think about, you know, Josie Altidore, who was saying that the Red Bull fans were mean to him or booing the shit out of him after they get lost in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, again, it's just you've seen these problems with Altidore as well, and then you just and then Armas said, well, yeah, we certainly have seen what happened with him here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Who was the other guy? So, not Lawrence, the other winger when we started that season in 19. The guy who just went downhill fast. I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head.
Wait, what?
The other wingback to start the 2019 season.
I don't know.
Let's see. Let me check the transactions out.
You're not talking about Kamara Lawrence, eh?
Well, Kamara Lawrence was one of the guys. Fidel Escobar. That's what I was thinking of, Escobar.
Oh, he was the center back. You're thinking of Michael Murillo?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. It's Murillo. Yeah. Because Murillo was good, and then all of a sudden he nosedive under Armas.
Well, that was the Armas way. Take someone who is decent to good and make them, at best a solid B-.
Ray Phillips.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for the dumping grounds?
That is all.
So usually we do Pat's betting corner, but are we going to do this week? Because there's no MLS games.
I just bet on Pulisic scoring a goal. Why not?
Well, there you go. There's your bet for the week. Pulisic to score. All right. So that brings us to Truman's terrible team of the week.
Terrible. Oh, I have a terrible team. And unfortunately, it was a team that I was hyping up last week, talking good stuff about them. They looked great. And what happened this week? Completely shit the bed. 3 games in a row. 3 straight blowouts. Embarrassed. Out of the playoffs. That's right, the New York Knicks. You suck. Good God. You can't even put up a good fight. I mean, at least play better. No. Your ass is kicked in 3 straight games. Good God. I mean, I applaud the season that you had. That's great. You got to the playoffs first time in a long time. But you gave the fans one good moment in 1 game out of 3 home games. One good moment. Thoroughly humiliated in this series. Completely humiliated. Could have been swept. Close to being swept. Yeah, you stink.
Yeah, so Julius Randle just cost himself a max contract.
Oh, 100%. I mean, he absolutely vanished. Derrick Rose was like the best player in the playoffs, and the guy is, 67 years old. So he was the best thing they had. But yeah, Julius Randle, terrible shot after terrible shot.
I guess I'm glad I stopped paying attention to the Knicks a while ago. All right. Anything else we want to talk about?
No.
Nope, got nothing.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. $1 a month is all you need to get exclusive content, such as monthly wrap-up, live post games, anything else decided to do. Red Bull Rant at gmail.com if you want to email us your thoughts. We have a voicemail, 973-348-5329. Facebook.com/Red Bull Rant. On Twitter, at Red Bull Rant for the show, at Doc the Stooge for myself, at the Truman for Truman. I'm pretty sure Pat's just gone at this point.
Yep, gone.
Subscribe to our show via iTunes, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. Last words before we get out of here.
Well, I mean, I can't exactly tell the Red Bulls to win because they are off. And I don't want to be like a boring homer and tell the Mets to win, But here's a team I want to win. The Winnipeg Jets. Because why the fuck not, right? Who even cares? It's Winnipeg. Jericho's from there. They have a cool logo. That's it. I have no other rooting interest in the playoffs right now. So I'm gonna just back the Winnipeg Jets to a Stanley Cup championship.
Jericho was born in Long Island, anyway. But I mean, Jesus Christ, come on! I know it's a pointless tournament, but USA. Come on, what the fuck? USA win.
Pointless tournament.
All right. So for Pat, Truman, and myself, this has been episode number 363 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go USA.
Go Jets, go.
Jericho's from Long Island.